that Clay got this far and isn't going to close it up, man. And he's playing just like that.
Yeah, you're totally right. And it's also the fact that in S&D earlier, they both got to feel each other out. So something interesting for the fans out there is when you play Search and Destroy against the same team a lot, you kind of start understanding how they're playing, the rotations. And I think I would have to give the edge to TR, though, because TR was kind of playing the counter strats, and a lot of the things they're doing were kind of outplaying Denial strategically. So if Denial doesn't really pick up on that and keeps playing that aggressive style early on and slow down later, I feel like maybe TR already knows that's going to happen. So if TR is able to pick up a few rounds early on and not have to kind of deal with those end rounds like we saw Denial do earlier, maybe they'll be able to take that S&D real easy.
All right, well, let's find out what's going to happen with game number 2. Puckett and Benson, take it away for us.
All right, thank you guys. Great analysis as always coming out of Rambo.
Of course.
Fwiz is just like, what just happened there?
All you have to do when you stand next to Ray is ask questions, and he will give you the best answers you could ever imagine. But going into the key play matchup for game number 2, Search and Destroy, JCap, a 1.37 S&D KD. Remy for TR at 1.17. Average kills pretty even between the two, a 6.9 from JCap and a 6.47. First blood percentage, though, this is where it's interesting.
Right.
JCap, 36%. That's huge for Denial. Remy at 25%.
Now, last time these guys played a Search and Destroy, it was Denial taking it in Game 5. But before that, these guys matched up on Biolab S&D. And I was amazed by Aqua and Remy's play. They really set up all of these kills together, and they were getting first blood after first blood, setting the tone, guys. But we want to know, who do you think is going to take the entire series here? Use the hashtag CODChampsMVP, and of course, use your hashtags Xbox COD and the teams you think will win.
That's so close, 51% to 49%. Want to point out as well, going back to that game 1, just another brief bit of analysis. Clay started off 0-5, and you sat there thinking, oh, you know, what's going on with Clay? Finishes 41-26. I personally think Clay saw that MVP trophy. He was like, I am walking away with this event.
He's ready, man. But so is Replays.
Hungry.
Replays and JCap right there with him. They've been to 3 World Championships. Will they finally achieve their goal of becoming world champions? They are 1 game closer, but it's a best of 5 for them.
Yes.
Can they take this search and then finish strong with the game 3? Right now, they have all the momentum.
I mean, as you kind of brought up there, Denial just need to win 2 more maps. 2 more maps, and they become Call of Duty World Champions, whereas TR now, they need to win 3 and then go to a second best of 5. And this is the thing which really excites me, Chris. For the first time in competitive Call of Duty history, we added DLC into the map rotation, and that's exactly where we're going for game number 2, Drift, Search and Destroy.
We're keeping the game fresh here in esports, Ben. Players, you know, towards the end of the previous titles, maybe getting a little bit bored of playing the same maps over and over again. If you are the same way at home, don't worry. The new DLC is out. We got another one coming on Tuesday. You saw it a little bit earlier, but I'm so excited to see Drift, Search, and Destroy. Who has practiced this map more? Who is going to be ready to take this game?
When it comes down to it, I spoke to TR about exactly this, because obviously the map rotation came out a while ago, and TR said, all right, well, you know, we need to grind, we need to practice Drift, and that's exactly what they did. Now, they played 3s Up, another North American team, one of the best Search and Destroy teams currently out there, I personally believe, and they lost. Ultimately, I think it went to a round 11, but Vicento said he learned a lot from that experience.
And what are you expecting to see on this map, Ben? I know you've cast it quite a few times in our 2K and 5K tournaments at MLG. What's kind of the key to victory on this map specifically?
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously there's a big dynamic map element which occurs. The avalanche, essentially, which covers snow on the whole side of the map, and it changes it quite massively. So there's that. First of all, you need to be wary of exactly how that dynamic map element is going to work. And then as well as that, it's so difficult to plant the bomb, I feel. Whether that's just, you know, players haven't had enough time with it yet, could potentially be that. But we'll have to wait and see. I think if you can be aggressive and you can push past that avalanche when it occurs, especially on the attacking side, you could catch so many teams off guard.
Look at that crowd. Shout out to everyone here in Los Angeles. I met so many people who flew across the world, from Australia, from Europe, South Africa. Everyone here to see the World Championship live, and that is the biggest attached face I've ever seen in my life.
I remember when we saw Clay's family bring the Clay faces back in the MLG event. Nice to see Attach getting some love. And the Attach face is coming out.
Nothing but smiles.
Nothing but smiles. Attach is, honestly, he's such a nice guy. He really is. And you know, you kind of want to see him succeed here on the world's biggest stage.
Well, of course, right now, the players just making sure they have their classes ready. This is the grand finals. We're going to give them as much time as they need.
Oh, absolutely.
It looks like TR is done strategizing. Same thing with Denial. Shout out to Robbie. They're the owner in the front row, cheering on his team. Can Denial take a 2-0 lead, or will TR tie it up at 1 apiece?
This is going to be an insane game of Search and Destroy, that's for sure, especially adding on the fact that it's Drift. And there you see the game starting up. The fist bumps come in from the boys over in the Denial booth. And Clay, big old smile. He knows he's 2 maps away now from achieving the one thing he hasn't done in his career.
Will they be able to lock it up? Who's got the better strategy? We've seen so many B pushes that have just been the fastest rounds possible. I think I cast a 3-minute S&D as all players just charged at each other
I did one of
on
those
this
as well.
map.
It can be insanely quick. And at the same time, the opposite is true. It can be insanely slow. Big thing to really look out for on this map is on defense, someone maybe double jumping just to try and get a little bit of intel onto where those attacking players are going to go.
And Ben, of course, if you double jump right away, you're going to get into instant action.
Oh, immediately.
Who do you expect to see it more from, the attacking squad or the defending squad?
I think, you know, the defensive squad, just because they're trying to pick up that intel. And again, you can see the same thing from the attacking squad. Trying to get that first pick changes everything.
Replays, instead of double jumping, is going to throw out double nades. He's got danger close as well. So if one of those lands, you are dead. Instead, though, Aqua and Crew are going to move out of the way. Revenge getting into position first, but look out for Attach on the other side. Had an angle on Aqua. Instead, it's all 8 players up, and I really like this defensive spread coming in from Denial.
And the big problem TR have right now is Attach and Co. are playing so aggressive for Denial. They've essentially pinned TR into a very, very small corner. Now TR just have to rely on winning those gunfights. And Jacob using the carousel to his advantage, tag someone up. He's going to fall. That was Vicenta that picked that up. Attach in a position to trade there. So now 3 versus 3. Attach is going to fall mid-map. That's Nagafen. 2 versus 3 for Denial.
Nagafen trying to get out alive, and he's going to move this over to B. Action going down, though, over near the A building. And we are going to see Denial stacked up on A. They don't want to leave each other. I like this strategy. Stick together as the bomb is planted. They're going to need to pick off players one at a time and always be in position to trade. Remy, though, I think he just heard Clayster, and he's definitely going to see replays if he peeks out that window. For now, though, replays may have an angle, but he has no idea there's a player directly above him.
He's going to try and push in as well. Of course, Denial needs to try and defuse that bomb. Aqua took so long to take that shot and miss. Could get punished, but no. Cleans up. Nicely played from him. All smiles from the TR boys, but, you know, it could be an early sign of maybe a little bit of nerves in the Search and Destroy. Missing a shot like that.
That's a great spot from Aqua, too, and he has not shown that in any of the matches that I've seen. So they're saving some tricks here for the grand finals. I love this coming out of Revenge.
Without a doubt. They know they're one of the most well-practiced teams in the game right now, and they definitely have some stuff still hidden up their sleeves. And as I said kind of earlier on, you're in the grand final, backs against the wall, they're going to have to bring it out.
Vicento is going to go with his sniper rifle, and it looks like right away Bomb Carrier is going to be happy to trade a few. Remy actually going to get a pick, and we're going to go see, can he grab a second one? Nothing out of the ordinary here for Remy's class, just sticking with that thermal Moors.
Just going to see someone jumping any second now. Glass breaks, and Clay using cold-blooded. Remy didn't actually see that, so Remy, bit of tunnel vision.
And that's Clayster now safely behind the wall, and look at that, Vicento is going to get a pick before I can even switch to that player. And we will see, can Clayster and Replays pull this back in a 2-on-4? It's not going to be easy. Replays underneath, Clayster's going to charge out, take out Aqua. So 2-on-3, this is manageable. They still have the bomb. However, they're going to be, there's a player looking directly at Replays. He knows he's here. It's going to be Remy, and Remy's trying to take the safe routes, but he exo boosted around, and he is going to get caught. Replays heard it and will punish.
1 versus 2. Replays could potentially do this. Still has bomb in hand, 27 seconds left. Problem he has here is Nagafen is currently going to be top glass. Such a big power position, and you know, Replays doesn't really have that much time to work with. He's going to get tagged up, going to have the challenge, but falls, and TR go 2-0 up in the Search and Destroy.
Revenge is so good at Search, Ben.
Yep, they really are. They're a fantastic S&D team. And sometimes you'll see Vicento kind of put up poor numbers in respawn, but S&D really where this guy excels.
I think we should just watch Vicento on this next round. He got a 3-kill round there. Is he sticking with the sniper rifle? He's looked very comfortable with it. Picked up one of the kills, but it was Remy who got that first blood. We talked about him being so key before the match, and he has shown you how he gets it done. Vicento off the break, not going to see anything. Your bomb carrier, Nagafen, is looking to target a B site, and there should be some action go down that way. Remy is going to drop attach, and that's going to make JCap double back. Call it out, guys. They're definitely looking into B. Take cover.
And again, look how passive TR are playing this. This is the second time in a row where you haven't really seen them move out spawn. They're playing for picks, and it worked last time. It looks like it's going to work again. When Aqua is sniping like that, you're going to have no issues on the attacking side.
2 players left for Denial. Once again, they lose that first blood, they lose their second, and they're in a tough situation. Replays is going to have 2 players crossing, gets one. Aqua spots him, and Aqua had that sniper. No. There is another snipe coming in. It's all up to JCap now.
This is going to be a 1v3. JCap still yet to find a kill here in Search and Destroy Drift. And that bomb heading over towards the B site. And player actually just double jumped straight over JCap. He's going to turn around. Should be able to pick up an easy kill. Gets it. Aqua very, very close to the snipe. Now 1 versus 2 for JCap.
And bomb is planted, Ben. So 40 seconds for JCap to work with. Of course, it's going to take 7.5 to get there and defuse that bomb.
And that player from TR has absolutely just bucked it back to his spawn as well. So this is going to be almost impossible for JCap to clutch. You see the split from TR players, and I mean, this is so tough to do for JCap. He sees one. That's Nagafen. It is a 1 versus 1 now.
Wow.
But he only has 20 seconds. Best choice, just jump on that defuse.
Yeah, we saw it earlier. Eggs tried to do this, though, and he was punished. You see the one-on-one camp. JCap on your left, Remy on your right. This is a huge fight, and Remy is going to buy enough time despite JCap getting the kill. He will not be able to defuse the bomb. That is another round win going in favor of Revenge.
Something we talked about Mr. Rex talked about earlier on, and when it happened earlier on, player clutches up but can't get the defuse, manages to pick the kills, still gives him a little bit of motivation. He had 0 kills up until that 1v3. Yeah, he didn't defuse the bomb, but now he's going to feel a little bit more comfortable in this game.
Oh, he's going to feel so confident. He just destroyed people with this Val. 1-on-3. JCap is capable of anything in Search and Destroy. He displayed that back at the North American Regional Final. What is he going to do at the start of this one? He's running up the left side. He's got a teammate leading the charge that'll be attached, the youngster, but it's Aqua. First blood again goes in favor of TR. Soda's second. Nagafen causing problems, and he's getting aggressive.
TR are so efficient in Search and Destroy Bucket. It's not even funny. The first blood percentage these guys get is ridiculous. I mean, 4-0 in favor of TR. Me and Rayon and Alice earlier on today talked about the difference between a 3-0 and a 4-0. 4-0 is huge for Team Revenge. Don't see a way of Denial coming back into this S&D.
Do you know what's awesome?
What's that?
I just heard a huge roar from the crowd. They are getting behind this Revenge squad coming in to this tournament. I think there's just a handful of people who are really big TR fans. They have gained so many new followers this week and so many new supporters who are cheering them on, looking for them to tie it up against Denial.
And rightfully so. And here is that dynamic map up, and this is really interesting. TR are going to try and flood over towards that A site. Are they going to be able to get there in time? I believe that bomb carrier is actually in the A site. Clay's is going to try and react on the defensive side, and he's going to get bit by a nade by JCap. Aqua, he's been killed by the Avalanche, so that rush not working out in his favor. Central able to trade the kill, though. Now, 2 versus 3. You see Replay still being a little bit wary. He's going to level it out 2v2, but I love that immediate push straight at the back for the guys at TR.
And there you're going to see bomb down. 2 attackers alive. It's Viceno looking to clean up the final kill, and he tags him up. Will finish. That was Replay stuck in a hard place.
Confidence. And again, I mean, what's the best way of putting it? Just the knowledge that you can beat the Avalanche.
Right.
Even some players, a little bit unsure about whether you can. I mean, ultimately, as we touched on,
he got punished a little bit.
Aqua died
but he knows it's possible.
Right. And the team kill as well didn't help Denial with that nade. Jay kept shutting down Clays. He tried to check that bomb site.
Right.
He may have picked up 1, even 2 kills there. But everything going TR's way here in Search and Destroy Drift.
Big shout out to everyone behind the scenes at Activision and Sledgehammer for making sure it's as even as possible. Of course, the Avalanche comes down in the 5th and 6th round, so both teams will see it coming down when they're on the attack, and right away Aqua opening up with first blood. Denial, they're kind of still in their base here, and Aqua's getting aggressive on the flank.
And TR just stacked that B site. I expected Denial to push it. Knowing they're not going to do a hard push over towards A with that Avalanche coming down. Now with the numbers advantage, 4-3, this will be one of the best comebacks in CoD Esports history if Denial were able to do this.
It's going to be your bomb carrier Replays. Leading the charge over to A, Attach is still hunting. They saw players rotating behind him, so definitely checking every corner possible. Haven't seen anything yet, and it looks like finally we will see Aqua with a potential angle. Is he going to get back up top?
It looks like he was trying to get a little bit of vision. Sees one player, pulls out the sniper rifle. And I love his confidence. He's like, well, you know, sniper, one-shot kill for the majority of the time. Goes for it, turns around, there's one. Able to trade, which is big. Attached though, picks up Nagafin. Now this 2 versus 2 situation, Replays has the bomb for Denial. Time ticking though, only 20 seconds, and Remy's gonna pick up the kill. Now Replays in a 1 versus 2, now 1v1. As Replays has to go up against Remy.
Yeah, and Remy's
Remy's
charging right in. Replays,
That's
say
a
goodnight.
6-0 demolition.
Yeah, so
of
basically
Denial.
this is a little bit better than winning by 127 points.
That
in
was
Hardpoint.
impressive. That was impressive. But to not give your opponents a single round in Search and Destroy, I mean, that's going to give them all types of confidence going into a Game 3.
Insane stuff coming out of TR, showing you why they are considered one of the best teams when it comes to Search. A dominant performance on Drift. We're tied up 1 apiece, but we're still going to see CTF and Uplink guaranteed. Now, can't wait for those games, but first, let's wrap up game number 2. Fwiz, Rambo, what do you think?
So, Ray, you know how important First Bloods are in Search and Destroy, right?
I think it showed there.
Facento had 2, Remy had 2, and Aqua had 2. So that's 6-0, First Bloods for everyone. And that shows you how important that first pick is.
Definitely. And how they did it were basically 3 out of the 6 rounds were snipes.
Crazy.
And they just showed incredibly control off the start of the round. They got all the information they needed. They played reactively to what Denial was thrown at them, and they even counter-strategized them. Like we saw in round 5 and 6, we saw Aqua get killed by the Avalanche, but they made an A-rush. They tried to go beat the Avalanche. Because Glacier was challenging that push with a sniper, Aqua got a big greedy, try to run through along the wall, and the Avalanche ended up falling in his head, but it still ended up being a 3-on-3 situation because they got that first kill with the sniper, and then ended up winning the round. And then right after that, in the last round, we saw basically Team Revenge countering that by basically just, we're going to stack B because we just pushed A. And it's mind games. Like, oh, you're not going to push A because we just pushed A. So they just completely counter that rush, blind counter, get the first blood, get advantage, end up being a 1v1, and then in that.
Revenge is on the board going into Game 3. Do you have any predictions? Where's your head at now? I mean, I don't know what to think after Denial, what they did Game 1, and then Revenge just flipped the script on a pretty good S&D team in Denial like that.
Yeah,
I didn't think they could get 6-0'd.
It's then again, it's Facento and Aqua. They were both the players. I feel like if Remy and they can just show up and just like pull out a crazy performance where they're the ones carrying kill-wise and doing things around the map that they need to be doing, I feel like they have a chance to beat Denial in this best of 5. But, I mean, it's doing it twice. That's really, like, looking ahead a little bit, I feel like doing it twice is really the interesting points here. So they really need to get those next 2 going on real quick. And interesting stat again, the CTF is always the winner. So whoever wins CTF